out over her body, I'm weighing out her curves. Make my way through the chaos, it's peace I find in her. Oh, silence consumes us both, the union we both have longed. Rise out over her body, she crushing me with her song. Oh, the echoes shatter my ears, and I'm lost in you. You want me at on the hills, helpless underneath you in this bed.
Today on the Global Breakthrough Chart, the band from Virginia Beach that took the 2008 Effigy for Best Rock Group and the 2007 Effigy for Artist of the Year. What exactly is Pig Envy is the big question coming up. But first, let's get to know the influence a bit better. The band includes Matthew Archer Stevenson on lead vocal, Will Clark, guitar and vocals, Tully on bass and vocals, Colin Cogan on drum and vocals, but representing them all today on the red carpet is guitarist John Zontini. How does it feel being such a big star on Fame Games, John?
It feels pretty awesome. It's a great achievement. It's definitely something that we've always been working for, is getting in these positions right now, you know? This is fun.
What is the history of the band, and how'd you guys get together?
The history of the band started way back in the day. I've known Will Clark, the other guitar player, for a very long time, and he and I used to jam together and just write music. We split ways. He went to college. I actually went off and did my own thing for a while. Came back and we started writing music together. Matt, or Archer, he had actually come in from El Salvador in his junior year of high school, and I'd known him, then disappeared somewhere in the Colorado mountains. Nobody knew where he was for about 2 years. I guess he was exploring or something, but he just disappeared, and he came back, and it was we saw him at a concert, and he's like, I swear I can sing. So I said, come on over, you know, let's see what you got. And Will and I have been playing for a little while, so it started there. We found Colin at a pizza parlor. We were putting a bunch of flyers around with a little number you could take off the bottom, and he had just broken up with his girlfriend, and he was like, screw it, I'm gonna join a band. So he ripped off the phone number and gave us a call and came over with a set of bongos and a sleeveless t-shirt. And we were like, you're in.
He had the look.
So he was just beating away on the bongos, and it was so much fun. Tully was the hardest one to find. Tully's great. Tully actually has a lot of education in music, so he, as a bass player, brings a lot of good foundation to the project. So we went through probably about 4 bass players, and we found him through a friend of a friend, and he just randomly happened to be vacationing in Virginia Beach at the time with his parents, so he was able to come over. I guess as he put it, he didn't know what to do with our music, so he was in because it challenged him. And that's what drew him in, but he was the hardest one to find. He took forever.
The band's bio says that you've been influenced by the familiar sounds of the 90s rock movement, but also rooted in the late 60s and early 70s. But who specifically would you consider your musical heroes?
Oh, man. You mean individually or the whole band? I have to ask.
Well, you can start individually and then maybe go through the other band members as well, because I always find that part very interesting, because you guys have a very, I would say, authentic sound that very hard for me to put my finger on and say you sound just like so-and-so.
Cool, that's flattering. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I guess for me, when you say rooted in the 60s, 70s, I grew up with my uncle. He pretty much taught me how to play guitar. I took a few lessons, but I pretty much taught myself. And he brought me up on Jimi Hendrix and CCR and America and all the good classic rock and roll songs.
Very much
so. A lot of times when I write music, for me, what I bring to the table is, something that's going to definitely get your blood flowing, because that's what I like. I like to nod your head, and I like to just feel that energy. I'm a big energy guy, so.
I noticed from your YouTube videos that when you guys are performing live, you all have microphones in front of you, but you're the only guy listed without vocals beside their name. Why is that?
Busted! I used to have a microphone back in the day, but I decided that I wanted to concentrate on my guitar playing instead of doing the microphone, the singing guitar play, because, honestly, straight up, my brain doesn't really do well with the whole sing and play at the same time, and there's so much that my brain was doing more with the guitar lyrics in my head than it was with the vocal lyrics, and I said, screw it, I need to just concentrate on one thing and just do that, and that's what I do now, and that's what I like,
All right, so
it's funny you should notice that.
Hendrix,
That's crazy.
CCR, other influences you've got?
Yeah, Pearl Jam, good early 90s music. Mudhoney, the Seattle, Washington grunge scene that was coming up was really inspirational to me. I remember getting all these songs on tape decks and just playing them until the tapes just ran out. Stone Temple Pilots, Filter, a lot of good bands back in the day that I enjoyed. I even grew up with some hip-hop, too. I like Tribe Called Quest. I like Nas and early Biggie and those nature. I like the rhythm of stuff, so I come eclectic.
So you grew up in Virginia Beach?
Yep, grew up here pretty much my whole life so far. Until I can get out of here.
What's the music scene like there?
The music scene here is a little mixed, to tell you the truth. You have your mixture of the local cover scene. There actually is a big cover scene here. Normally people wouldn't mention that there's a lot of cover bands in the area, but it is a touristy town, so cover bands do generally tend to thrive pretty good here. As far as the local original scene, there's probably about a handful or more bands that are kicking it, that are doing really well. And I would say it's you're going to get from reggae rock to our sound to more of like a hard rock to even more of there's a band out there that's plays more like a Queens of the Stone Age kind of heavy rock. So you kind of get your fill.
What was I saw on one of your blogs? One of you, I don't know who was the one blogging on MySpace, but it was called Dark Surf Rock. Would that be a correct quote? Who came up with that description?
Dark Surf Rock. Oh man, that description is a product of I don't even know how many countless hours in the van just going like, what do we call ourselves? Hey, I don't know. This website wants to know what genre you're in. You're like, I don't know. How do I describe that? So it's just I think Matt just blurted it out. It's like dark surf rock. Just kind of after about 2 hours down to Georgia, I think.
I also noticed quite a few pig references as I was, scavenging online. Pig radio,
yes.
pig envy. What is this fascination with pigs? It's
Man,
not anything to do with swine flu, I hope, but that it's somehow spawned from Virginia Beach.
Ew, hello. Shh, don't tell anybody. I don't actually know where the pig radio thing came from. I think Matt and a few of the others sort of consolidated ideas and came up with the concept of a pig radio, sort of like a dirty representation, more of a raw approach at what we were trying to do, more of I don't know, to be honest with you. I think he also got inspired by a picture. There was a picture that he had that he kind of took everything from. It was on a farm and a bunch of pigs. So to be honest with you, I think he'd probably be able to answer that one better, because to me it just sounds crazy.
All right, so nothing really deeper into that than just pig radio, right?
Well, some people say it's like a representation of underground radio, kind of like what XM's doing. You play the indie channels like what you guys are doing. It's pig radio. It's the underground voice. It's not what's on mainstream radio necessarily.
All right, a little bit of bacon with that, and we're on a roll.
Yeah, in about 45 minutes, and you're good to go.
One of the things that caught our attention right away with the influence was the intelligent lyrics. I think that's probably one of your trademarks. Songs like Anisoptera, for example, where do songs like that come from?
I think the lick, I can only really speak from the musical side. I think the lick came from Will, and we just kind of put things together. It's really kind of crazy to describe how music comes in our band, because sometimes it comes as a cohesive moment or singularly. So Anisoptera being a case of cohesive workings, to be honest with you, I can't remember. We wrote that one probably about 5 years ago, and just was a sort of a collective put together.